Yesterday we asked the people of Reddit, what video game do you consider a masterpiece? Here's some of the answers. Man, I miss Valve. Their games were designed in a way many developers could only dream of. They were revolutionary in almost everything they laid their hands on. Since I haven't seen it at this point in the thread, Left 4 Dead 2 remains the best zombie game of all time. It still holds up very well even now. I played it around Halloween last year to get in the mood, and it absolutely delivered. Have you played Half-Life, Alex? If VR was more prominent, it feels almost as innovative as Half-Life did back in the day. Reviews and YouTube videos don't do it justice. It's a surreal experience being able to look around and interact in what is essentially the Half-Life 2 world. Even on the Oculus, you can shake beer bottles and see the beer inside fizz. Draw on the walls with markers. Throw bottles to distract enemies. It's awesome. It even has Jeff. Also, if you're a fan of Stranger Things, it's a must play. I feel like Valve didn't do a very good job advertising it. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I grew up with Mac computers my whole life, and when I was a kid, I had a neighbor with a Windows computer who had Roller Coaster Tycoon and Zoo Tycoon. I pretended I wanted to hang out with her, but really all I wanted to do was play the Tycoon games while she swam in the pool with her younger sister and my younger sister. Thanks to me having a little sister, it was the perfect alibi. For the programming nerds, the original Roller Coaster Tycoon was written entirely in assembly. Next effing level. Worms 2. The original. The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Metal Gear Solid 3. Snake Eater. Super Metroid. Despite releasing in 1994, it still holds up amazingly well in almost all areas. Beautiful 16-bit graphics, atmospheric soundtrack, mostly intuitive level design, and a great story that doesn't rely on lengthy exposition. Only the controls are a bit unconventional and take some getting used to. But once you've gotten the hang of them, moving around feels great. Especially mastering wall jumping is very rewarding, as it allows you to get certain items early. If you're a casual player, that's all you need to care about. But if you're a dedicated fan, there's also a veritable mountain of tricks, exploits, and glitches to discover. This really works in the game's favor by adding way more options for traversing the world. It allows for fun things like getting even more items early or beating the game in 40 minutes, or even crazy challenge run like killing the 4 main bosses in reverse order. And that's not even getting into the wonderful world of randomizers and ROM hacks, which allow for entirely new ways of playing by shuffling items or rebuilding the game from the ground up. If you like platformers and have somehow not played Super Metroid, absolutely consider doing so. Edit. U/HeavyWeather77 replied here, saying he transcribed and arranged the entire game's soundtrack, so he and his band could give a live performance as a friend speedruns the game. The dedication to doing cool things like that are why I love this community. Doom, the classic one. StarCraft. Battlecruiser operational. Snobby voice. Counter-Strike 1.6. It's 2004 and you stay home from school. Chrono Trigger. Secret of Monkey Island. Everything about that game was a huge upgrade in comparison to Sierra's adventure games, and that humor is exactly my cup of tea. Half-Life. 1998.